If you're caught up on JJK, then you know that its author, Gege Akutami, seems to absolutely despise Yuji. Somehow he became immortal and didn't age over the time skip between JJK and JJK Modulo. His one wish was to die surrounded by his friends, and now we know that's impossible for him. He already had to watch so many people die during high school, and to learn he's had to watch everyone else go one by one as he stays the same is heartbreaking. If you're wondering why Gege hates Yuji so much, the answer is more complex than you think. According to Gege, Yuji is easy to fit into shonen type stories, and when he does something straightforward like saving someone, there's no real need for a reason behind it. Gege thinks these types of people are bland and has said that he's not fond of Yuji. Yuji was never the MC Gege wanted. Yuta was the original plan, it became Megami in early drafts, then it became Yuji. You may say, Yuji is just a name and a design at the end of the day, why didn't Gege just write him the way he wanted to? It's not confirmed, but one can infer that there were external pressures that led Gege to land on the type of guy Yuji is. Shonen Jump is a legendary magazine and it has standards, spoken and unspoken, that affect writers. Even if, let's say, no one directed Gege, he still felt pressure to make what he describes as a universal protagonist. There's nothing wrong with a heart of gold protagonist, but a writing challenge arises when this is the exact type of character you don't like. It's difficult to write about things that you don't actually care about. Have you ever written an essay about a topic that doesn't matter to you? I'd bet you'd rather do anything else but that essay. That's how I imagine Gege feels about Yuji, which would explain why characters like Gojo, Yuta, and Sukuna feel so much more dynamic than the steadfast Yuji. What that doesn't explain is why Yuji gets so much punishment throughout the series. Gege said this about Yuji: "My idea was to use other characters to pave a defined path and portray a universal protagonist. I wanted Itadori to be a flexible character. Yuji is capable of bending easily without breaking. He's one of the most resilient characters in the series, both mentally and physically. Maybe Gege wants to show just how resilient Yuji is by constantly tormenting him. Or maybe Gege legitimately hates people like Yuji and he's letting out his inner sadist. Or it may be both those things mixed with Yuji being such a good guy that Gege doesn't know how else to make him interesting." There's only one moment in the story where Yuji is selfish, and it's when he ate the remaining death paintings. That's the one moment in the series where I was like, whoa, I can't believe he did that. It didn't even feel like a decision Yuji would make, it felt so off. Every other moment, he has been consistently a good guy. You can't have him do anything bad, so let's have bad things happen to him. The bad things happen, but they just embolden his same ideals of exercising curses and being a cog and dying surrounded by loved ones. Despite his flexibility, he never really changes. In my opinion, that's not a good way to write a character, but when you're hitting home runs with the rest of the cast, that makes up for it. I don't think Gege hates Yuji, but like Sukuna, he finds him uninteresting, not worth his time, and trapped with him. Other characters are far more entertaining, and he's just dealing with them because he has to. What do y'all think?